Modern dating is a complete mess. Confusion, ghosting, mind games, endless texting with no real connection. It's enough to make any guy feel lost. But here's the thing, high-value men don't experience dating the same way most guys do. While the average man struggles, overthinks, and constantly wonders what he did wrong, high-value men move differently. They talk to women in a way that commands respect, creates attraction, and makes women want to chase them. And let me make one thing very clear. This isn't about memorizing cheesy pickup lines or pretending to be someone you're not. It's not about acting like an alpha male who brags about his car, status, or money. That's just insecurity wrapped in a shiny package. Women see right through it. High-value men don't play games. They don't seek approval, and they certainly don't waste time trying to impress. Instead, they operate from authentic confidence, a self-assurance that doesn't need to be loud or flashy. It's calm, collected, and undeniable. So what makes them different? One word: Stoicism. Stoicism isn't just some old-school philosophy. It's a way of life that gives men unshakable control over their emotions, actions, and communication. Women are instinctively drawn to men who can handle pressure, remain composed, and exude quiet confidence. A man who has control over himself naturally earns respect and admiration. In this video, I'm giving you 10 powerful ways to talk to women like a high-value man. By the end, you won't just be a guy women are interested in, you'll be the one they're pursuing. Stick around because this will completely change your approach to dating. Let's get started. 1. Calm confidence in conversations. Confidence isn't about being the loudest guy in the room. It's not about dominating a conversation, showing off, or constantly proving yourself. True confidence is quiet, composed, and unshakable. It's the ability to remain calm no matter what's happening around you. And here's the truth. Women are naturally drawn to emotional control, not emotional chaos. In today's world where so many men are reactive, getting defensive, over-explaining, or crumbling under pressure, the man who stays centered and composed stands out instantly. When a woman sees that nothing rattles you, that you don't break under pressure, she feels something different. She starts to respect you, trust you, and see you as someone valuable. This is where most men fail. They get nervous when a woman teases them. They feel the need to defend themselves when challenged. Or worse, they overreact emotionally, getting upset, offended, or insecure. And just like that, attraction dies. How to handle tests like a high-value man. Women often test men, even without realizing it. It might be a playful tease, a sharp remark, or a tough question that throws you off. Most guys react. They get flustered, try too hard to impress, or feel the need to explain themselves. Instead, when she throws a curveball your way, do this. Pause, smile, and respond calmly. Example, she says, "Is that the best outfit you could come up with today?" Most guys would either get defensive. "Hey, what do you mean? I think I look good." Show insecurity. "Oh, I wasn't sure what to wear." A high-value man? He smirks and says, "You noticed. I knew you had good taste." Then he changes the subject, completely unfazed. The power of staying unshaken. Anytime you feel the urge to explain yourself, justify your actions, or react emotionally, pause. Take a breath and let your response come from a place of control. The moment you start explaining too much or trying to prove yourself, you lose power. When you master this, conversations become effortless. You're no longer trying to win her approval, you're simply enjoying the interaction. And ironically, that's what makes her want you more. 2. Speaking with purpose. Most guys think they need to talk more to impress a woman. They ramble, over-explain, and flood conversations with filler words, thinking that if they keep talking, they'll eventually say something that makes her like them. But here's the truth. High-value men don't talk just to talk. They speak with purpose. Silence doesn't scare them. In fact, they use it to their advantage. In a world where people constantly feel the need to fill the air with words, a man who knows when to speak and when to pause naturally stands out. He doesn't rush to blurt out the next sentence. He lets his words carry weight. Women notice this instantly. When you don't feel the need to prove yourself with excessive talking, it shows confidence on a deep level. Less is more. The power of silence. Most men talk too much because they're afraid of silence. But high-value men understand that silence is powerful. It creates intrigue. It makes the other person lean in, curious to hear what you'll say next. The key is to speak when it matters and let the silence do the rest. Instead of feeling pressure to keep the conversation going, pause. Let your words sink in. When a woman asks you a question, don't rush to answer. Take a second, think, and then respond in a way that adds value to the conversation. Speak with meaning, not just words. The next time you feel the urge to give a generic compliment, stop yourself. Instead of saying, "You're really pretty," which she's heard 100 times, say something real like, "You have a unique way of seeing the world. I'd love to hear more." This kind of statement sparks curiosity and makes her want to open up to you. It's a subtle but powerful way to show that you're different from every other guy who only talks on the surface level. The power of a well-timed pause. A well-timed pause does two things. It makes you seem more confident. A man who isn't in a rush to speak appears more composed, thoughtful, and secure in himself. It makes your words more impactful. When you pause before delivering a statement, people naturally pay more attention. Imagine this. You're in a conversation, and instead of quickly responding, you pause for 2 seconds, maintain eye contact, and then speak. That slight delay creates an air of mystery, making your words feel more valuable and making her even more drawn to you. Speaking with purpose isn't about saying less, it's about making every word count. When you master this, conversations stop feeling like a competition to impress. Instead, you'll find that women naturally want to hear what you have to say. 3. Emotional detachment from outcomes. One of the biggest mistakes most men make in dating is becoming emotionally attached to the outcome of every interaction. They walk into a conversation hoping for approval, fearing rejection, and constantly wondering, does she like me? This attachment makes them nervous, needy, and insecure, and women can sense it immediately. High-value men, on the other hand, don't care about the outcome. They understand that rejection is just part of the process. It's a numbers game, not a personal attack. Rejection doesn't define you. Here's a harsh truth. Not every woman will like you, and that's perfectly fine. Some women will be into you, and some won't. But a high-value man doesn't let that affect his confidence. He doesn't take rejection personally because he knows his worth isn't determined by one woman's opinion. When a woman rejects most men, they either get defensive, "Oh, whatever, you're not that great anyway," or desperate, "Wait, did I say something wrong?" Both of these reactions kill attraction. Why indifference makes you more attractive? Women are wired to be drawn to men who aren't easily affected by external factors. If you react emotionally to rejection, you show that your confidence depends on her validation. But when you remain calm, unbothered, and continue on as if nothing happened, she starts wondering, "Wait, did I make the right choice?" And this is where the paradox of emotional detachment comes into play. When you walk away confidently, without bitterness, without trying to win her over, you flip the script. She starts to question herself. Why didn't he chase me like other guys do? Why isn't he upset? Did I just reject someone who's actually valuable? By showing that rejection doesn't faze you, you create mystery and curiosity, which are two of the most powerful triggers of attraction. The mindset shift trick. Reframing rejection. Instead of fearing rejection, start seeing it as a step closer to success. Think of every interaction as practice. Each time you talk to a woman, you refine your skills, develop stronger confidence, and become better at handling conversations. Here's the trick. Every time you face rejection, train yourself to smile and say, "Next." Because the truth is, rejection is just redirection. It's pushing you toward the women who will truly appreciate you. High-value men understand this deeply, and that's why they never let rejection shake them. They move forward effortlessly, knowing that for every no, there's a yes waiting right around the corner. The moment you show that rejection doesn't define you, you set yourself apart from 99% of men. Women respect men who are emotionally strong, who don't crumble under pressure, and who know their worth regardless of the outcome. Master this, and you'll never fear rejection again. You'll embrace it as part of the process that makes you stronger. 4. Mastering the art of playful challenge. Most men make the mistake of thinking that, to attract a woman, they have to agree with everything she says and shower her with endless compliments. They think being overly nice and agreeable will make her like them. But here's the reality. Women aren't attracted to men who try too hard to please them. They're drawn to men who can challenge them in a fun, playful way because that signals confidence, intelligence, and emotional strength. A high-value man isn't afraid to push back playfully in a conversation. He's not rude, but he's also not bending over backward for validation. Instead, he keeps things interesting by teasing in a respectful way, playfully disagreeing, and making her work for his attention. Why playful challenge works. Women don't want a man who just nods along and agrees with everything they say. That's predictable and boring. What excites them is a man who can keep them on their toes, who can create a little friendly tension that sparks chemistry. Think of it like this. Flirting is a game, and in every game there has to be some level of challenge to make it fun. If a woman feels like she's effortlessly winning your attention, there's no excitement. But if she has to work for it just a little, it becomes more valuable to her. How to tease respectfully. The key to playful teasing is to keep it lighthearted and fun, never mean or insulting. A good tease should make her laugh and feel engaged, not put down. Example 1. Playfully disagreeing. Her, I love pineapple on pizza. Most guys, oh yeah, me too. Even if they hate it, just to agree. High-value man, that's unfortunate. We were getting along so well, with a smirk. Example 2, making her qualify herself. Her, I'm really good at cooking. High-value man, oh yeah, what's your signature dish? Because I don't trust just anyone in the kitchen. These responses show that you're not putting her on a pedestal. Instead, you're making her engage and invest in the conversation, and that creates attraction. How playfulness creates chemistry. Women associate playfulness with confidence. When a man teases lightly and doesn't take himself too seriously, it signals that he's comfortable in his own skin. That relaxed, fun energy is contagious, and it naturally makes the interaction enjoyable for both of you. High-value men understand that attraction isn't just about looks, status, or money. It's about how you make her feel. And when you introduce challenge and playfulness into your conversations, you create an experience that feels different, exciting, and memorable. The next time you talk to a woman, resist the urge to be overly agreeable. Instead, challenge her a little, tease her playfully, and make her work for your attention. Do this right, and you'll notice an immediate shift in how women respond to you. They'll see you as a man of value, someone worth chasing. 5. Maintaining composure in any situation. Most men don't realize it, but every interaction with a woman has subtle tests built into it. Sometimes these tests are deliberate. Other times they happen subconsciously. Women don't do this to be manipulative. It's simply a natural way of filtering out men who lack confidence, emotional control, and resilience. A high-value man never loses his composure, no matter what's thrown at him. Whether it's a woman teasing him, questioning his intentions, or even outright challenging him, he remains calm, collected, and in control. Why women test men? Women test men for one simple reason. They want to know if you can handle pressure. If a man crumbles at the first sign of difficulty, it signals weakness. And deep down, women want to be with a man who is mentally strong, a man who can handle life's challenges without being reactive or emotional. If she sees that you lose your cool easily, whether it's over a disagreement, a delayed text, or a teasing remark, she instinctively knows you won't be able to handle bigger challenges in life, and that's a red flag for attraction. How to stay cool when a conversation gets intense. Let's say you're having a conversation, and a woman says something that could trigger an emotional response. Her, wow, you seem really full of yourself. Most guys would either get defensive. What? No, I'm not. I was just saying. Over-explain. No, I just mean that I work really hard and... A high-value man, he simply smirks, pauses, and calmly responds. Him, you noticed. Took you long enough. Boom. No defensiveness, no over-explaining, just complete control. He owns the moment instead of reacting emotionally. Training yourself to stay composed. Composure isn't just about women, it's about mastering your emotional control in every aspect of life. The way you react to small frustrations in your daily routine is a direct reflection of how you'll react in social situations. Here's how you can train yourself to stay cool under pressure. Pause before reacting. Whenever something irritates you, take a deep breath before responding. This trains your brain to slow down instead of reacting impulsively. Expose yourself to stressful situations. Put yourself in environments where you have to handle pressure, whether it's public speaking, difficult conversations, or intense workouts. Adopt the Stoic mindset. Remind yourself that most things aren't worth your emotional energy. If it won't matter in 5 years, don't let it bother you for 5 minutes. A man who stays composed under pressure is rare, and that makes him instantly attractive. Women notice the men who don't get rattled, who don't react emotionally, and who handle any situation with ease. Master this, and you won't just improve your conversations with women, you'll elevate your entire presence as a man. 6. The power of active listening. In today's world, real listening is rare. Most men aren't truly engaged in conversations. They're just waiting for their turn to speak. Instead of paying attention to what a woman is saying, they're already formulating their next response, trying to sound impressive, or thinking about how to steer the conversation toward their own agenda. But here's the secret. Women remember the men who make them feel truly heard. In a world full of distractions, where everyone is glued to their phone, half listening, and mentally checked out, the man who gives a woman his full, undivided attention becomes instantly more attractive. When you show her that her words matter, that you're genuinely interested in what she's saying, you create a level of connection most men will never achieve. How to engage fully in a conversation. Active listening isn't just about hearing words. It's about showing that you're present, engaged, and genuinely interested. And there are 3 simple ways to do this. Maintain strong eye contact. When she's speaking, look at her. Not at your phone, not around the room, and definitely not at your drink. Your eyes should be locked onto hers, showing that you're completely focused. Give thoughtful responses. Instead of just nodding along and saying, yeah, or that's cool, give responses that show you're thinking. For example, instead of just saying, oh, nice, when she talks about her passion, say, that's really interesting. What got you into that? Ask follow-up questions. Women can tell when you're truly engaged versus when you're just playing along. Asking meaningful follow-up questions proves that you're actually interested in what she's sharing. The 2-second rule, the secret to deep listening. Here's a powerful trick that instantly improves your listening skills. The 2-second rule. When a woman finishes speaking, pause for 2 seconds before you respond. This might seem small, but it does 2 important things. It shows her that you're thinking about what she said instead of just jumping in with a generic reply. It makes her words feel more important, which makes her feel valued and respected. Most guys respond too quickly, almost as if they're rushing through the conversation. But when you take a short pause before answering, it signals confidence, thoughtfulness, and emotional control. All qualities that high-value men possess. Why active listening creates deep attraction? The truth is, most women feel unheard. They're used to guys who talk over them, dominate conversations, or only pretend to listen while waiting for their turn to speak. But when you show her that she has your full attention, it makes you stand out instantly. Attraction isn't just about looks, status, or smooth lines. It's about how you make her feel. And when she feels truly heard and understood, she naturally becomes more drawn to you. Next time you're talking to a woman, practice being fully present. Maintain eye contact, give thoughtful responses, ask engaging follow-up questions, and use the 2-second rule to show her that you're truly listening. Do this, and you'll create a level of connection that most men never will. And that's what makes a high-value man unforgettable. 7. Stoic body language. Before you even say a word, your body's already speaking. Whether you realize it or not, women are constantly reading your body language. The way you stand, move, and carry yourself tells her everything she needs to know about your confidence, your mindset, and even your level of self-respect. Most men sabotage themselves without even realizing it. They slouch, avoid eye contact, fidget nervously, or shift their weight constantly. These subtle signals scream insecurity, and women pick up on them instantly. But high-value men, they command attention without saying a word. How to instantly improve your body language. A high-value man moves with purpose and control. He doesn't rush, he doesn't fidget, and he never looks like he's uncomfortable in his own skin. Here are 3 simple but powerful body language shifts that will immediately change how women perceive you. Stand tall. Good posture exudes confidence. Keep your shoulders back, chest slightly out, and head high. This subconsciously signals dominance and self-assurance. Move deliberately. Every movement should be slow and controlled. Whether you're reaching for a drink, adjusting your jacket, or turning your head, do it with purpose. Never look rushed or jittery. Maintain steady eye contact. Eye contact is one of the most powerful tools in attraction. Hold her gaze just long enough to create intrigue, but never to the point of staring awkwardly. The slow motion effect, the secret to presence. Want to instantly boost your presence in any room? Slow down your movements. Most guys move too fast. They talk fast, walk fast, and fidget constantly. This makes them look anxious, uncertain, and low status. But high-value men do the opposite. Think about the most charismatic, confident men you've ever seen. They move calmly, smoothly, and deliberately, as if they have all the time in the world. This slow motion effect makes them look powerful and in control. Try this. The next time you enter a room, walk 10% slower than usual. When you reach for your drink, move your hand deliberately instead of rushing. When you turn your head, do it with purpose. These subtle adjustments immediately change how people perceive you. Example, the difference between nervous and composed body language. Let's say you're on a date and she asks you a tough or unexpected question. Here's how different body language responses affect the interaction. Low-value response. You fidget, shift in your seat, look away, and start speaking rapidly to fill the silence. She senses your nervousness. High-value response. You stay still, maintain eye contact, pause for a second, and then answer with a calm, measured tone. She senses your confidence. See the difference? Stillness equals power. Mastering Stoic body language isn't about faking confidence. It's about embodying it. When you move deliberately, hold strong eye contact, and maintain composure, you create an aura of power that women are naturally drawn to. So the next time you step into a room, let your body do the talking. Stand tall, slow down, and embrace the silence. You'll be amazed at how people, including women, start reacting to you differently. 8. Mastering emotional control. Emotions run high in dating, relationships, and life in general. Most men, however, don't know how to control their emotions. They react impulsively, get defensive, and let their feelings dictate their behavior. This is a massive mistake because women are wired to respect emotional stability. A man who loses his temper easily, gets upset over small things, or lets frustration show when things don't go his way, instantly loses attraction points. On the flip side, a man who remains calm, composed, and unshaken, no matter what, creates an aura of power and confidence that women find irresistible. Why women respect emotional stability? Women subconsciously test men to see if they can handle pressure. Whether it's through teasing, a disagreement, or even emotional drama, they want to see if you're the kind of man who stays grounded or if you crumble. If you react emotionally, raising your voice, getting defensive, or trying too hard to prove yourself, it shows that you lack control over yourself. And if you can't control yourself, how can you handle life's bigger challenges? A high-value man, he stays calm. He doesn't let emotions dictate his actions. He understands that losing control means losing power. The pause and breathe technique. Instantly regain composure. When emotions start rising, your immediate instinct might be to react, but that's exactly what you don't want to do. Instead, use the pause and breathe technique. Pause for a moment. Before saying anything, give yourself a second to process. Take a deep breath. This instantly calms your nervous system and prevents you from reacting emotionally. Respond from a place of logic, not emotion. Keep your voice steady, maintain eye contact, and choose your words carefully. This simple technique prevents emotional outbursts, making you appear more composed, mature, and in control. Example: how to handle drama or an argument with grace. Let's say you're on a date and she suddenly says, "I don't think you're really my type." Most guys would react in one of two ways. Get defensive. "What do you mean? I'm a great guy." Try to win her over. "Well, what's your type?" "Maybe I can be that." A high-value man, he doesn't react emotionally. Instead, he smirks, pauses, and responds calmly. Him: "That's fair. I don't think I'm for everyone." Then casually takes a sip of his drink. By responding this way, you do two things. You show emotional control. You're not rattled by her words, you flip the power dynamic. Instead of chasing her approval, you remain secure in who you are. And guess what? That confidence makes her second-guess herself. Now she's wondering why you're not affected, which makes you even more intriguing. Emotional control separates boys from men. The next time you feel anger, frustration, or insecurity creeping in, pause, breathe, and respond with logic, not emotion. A man who remains calm under pressure earns instant respect, not just from women, but from everyone around him. Master this, and you'll become unshakable in any situation. 9. Asking thoughtful questions. Most men stick to boring, surface-level questions when talking to women. They ask things like, "What do you do for work? Where are you from? What kind of music do you like?" These questions aren't bad, but they're predictable. Women hear them all the time, and they don't spark any real emotion or intrigue. If you want to stand out, you need to go beyond small talk and ask questions that make her think, feel, and reveal something deeper about herself. Why thoughtful questions matter. Most guys focus on impressing a woman rather than getting to know her. But the truth is, people, especially women, are drawn to those who make them feel something. A high-value man doesn't just ask questions to fill the silence. He asks purposeful, engaging questions that create an emotional connection. When you ask thought-provoking questions, two things happen. She becomes emotionally engaged. Instead of giving robotic answers, she actually thinks and feels excited to share. She sees you as different from every other guy. You become someone she remembers, not just another guy making small talk. Examples of thought-provoking questions. Instead of asking the usual, "What do you do for fun?" Try, "What's a dream you've never told anyone about?" If you could live anywhere for a year, where would it be and why? What's one moment in your life that completely changed you? These questions work because they invite her to open up and express something meaningful. And when someone shares a deeper part of themselves with you, they feel more connected to you. How this creates attraction. Attraction isn't just about looks, status, or money. It's about how you make her feel. When you ask meaningful, engaging questions, you make her feel heard, valued, and intrigued. Suddenly, you're not just another guy asking, "How was your day?" You're the guy who made her stop, think, and share something personal. And that's powerful. Next time you're in a conversation with a woman, ditch the small talk and ask something that makes her stop and think. You'll be surprised at how quickly the conversation deepens and how much more interested she becomes in you. 10. Ending conversations on a high note. One of the biggest mistakes men make in conversations is not knowing when to walk away. They keep talking, hoping to say one last thing that will impress her. They try to stretch the interaction, thinking that the longer they stay, the better their chances. But the truth? High-value men do the opposite. They leave the conversation at its peak while the energy is still high and before things start to fizzle out. This creates a sense of mystery and scarcity, making the woman naturally want more. Why leaving first is powerful. When you end the conversation first, you remain in control. You send a subtle signal that you have a full life, that you're not desperate for validation, and that you don't need to cling to the moment. Women are far more intrigued by men who know how to walk away at the right time than by men who linger too long. How to exit confidently. Instead of dragging the conversation on until it dies out awkwardly, end it smoothly and confidently. Here's a simple way to do it. Smile and say, "I really enjoyed this conversation. Let's continue it another time." Hold eye contact for a moment, then casually walk away. This does two powerful things. It leaves a lasting impression. She remembers that the conversation ended on a high note. It makes her want more. She wonders when she'll see you again, instead of feeling like she had enough. The power of scarcity. Human psychology is wired to value what is rare. If you're too available, too eager, or too easy to access, you lose value. But when you leave at the right moment, she feels your absence, and that absence makes her crave your presence. By mastering the art of ending conversations at their peak, you ensure that you always leave her wanting more, not less. Conclusion. Let's recap. We've covered 10 game-changing ways to communicate like a high-value man, using the principles of Stoicism, confidence, and emotional control. Stay calm in conversations. Never react emotionally. Speak with purpose. Less is more. Detach from outcomes. Rejection doesn't define you. Playfully challenge her. Keep things fun and engaging. Maintain composure. Never lose your cool. Master active listening. Make her feel truly heard. Command presence with body language. Stand tall. Move deliberately. Control your emotions. Never let feelings dictate your actions. Ask meaningful questions. Go beyond small talk. End conversations on a high note. Leave her wanting more. At the core of all this is Stoicism, the ability to control your emotions, master your presence, and lead interactions with purpose. This is what separates high-value men from the rest. Now it's time to take action. Start practicing these skills in your daily interactions, and you'll notice a dramatic shift in how women respond to you. If you found this valuable, like, subscribe, and drop a comment with which tip you're going to implement first. Stay focused, stay confident, and keep leveling up. Until next time, stay high value.